Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. We got right now is a review of Jeepers Creepers 3. Um, okay, let's get the elephant out of the room right off the beginning. This is directed by Victor Salva, who is a convicted child molester, and child rapist, and everything. Um, yeah, just get that out of the way right away. Um, here's my thoughts with this. I've said before about separating artists from their art. It can be a bit difficult when you get like a crime kind of like as heinous as child molestation. Um, but that being said, I bought this Blu-ray for one reason. Yeah, sure. Victor Salva's gonna get some money out of the fact that like I bought this Blu-ray, but that's not my reason for buying it. My thought is quite simple. This movie was made by a monster. Okay, like part one and part two. But does that negate everyone else's work on it? This movie probably had what? Good 150, 200 people throughout its production working on it. So does their work not get to be seen because the director is like a piece of human garbage? Um, yeah. So that was my thought on that. So I'm just going. I'm saying that right up front. Okay, so essentially, what you got with Jeepers Creepers 3 is it takes place between parts 1 and 2. So essentially, it's a stepping stone between part 1 and part 2. Um, does it do it well? No. I'll say it right now. This isn't a good movie. In fact, of all the Jeepers Creepers movies, it's the weakest one. It's a shame though. It's got a really cool cover. I like that cover, but yeah, performance wise, storyline wise, everything, it's just kind of meh. There's nothing really special about it. Um, which is a shame, really, because the creeper is a great design for a creature. And, the idea behind the story, 23 days, every 23 years it gets to eat, is just a cool plot device. But this is a movie that really suffers from, well, it suffers one from having a pedophile as a director, but it suffers mainly because there's a lot of horrible CGI in this. I'm talking like CGI, like blood hits, like someone gets shot, it's CGI blood, and don't even get me started on the frickin' CGI ravens. Those things look terrible. Um, yeah. So got that part out of the way. What did this do right? It did a couple of things right. The score was really nice. I got to admit, it was atmospheric. It worked with the plot and everything. Worked with the movie. Um, the effects on the creeper were good. One problem I have is they do a lot of day shots. So shooting during the day, full light, you can see the creeper 100%, and it loses a lot of its impact. That was one of the things in the original. The creeper, you never got a really good look at it until right at the very end, and even then it was still kind of shrouded in shadow. Um, you see too much of it in this, which is a shame. Again, because it's a neat creature, And also, I have to say this right now. I'm not sure what the actor's name is. But, well, here. This guy here. Now, just looking at him there, you may not get it, but this guy is a complete ripoff of Creighton Duke from Jason Goes to Hell. He's got the cowboy hat. He's got like the one earring. He's got. Essentially, he is Creighton Duke. And honestly, he fares just about as well as Creighton Duke did. So I didn't say not very well. All in all, as a movie, I give this, like a 4 out of 10. It's not good. And I'm wondering if that's more to do with the fact with Victor Salva directing it and essentially, like what movie company wants to give money to a child molester, you know? So maybe it was just hampered by the budget. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say this. Maybe it's time for some way, somehow, I don't know how, but maybe it's time to take this series away from Victor Salva. I mean, I know he wrote it, I know he created it and everything. Give him written by credit or whatever, but it's time to move on to a different director. It's time to. It's just time to get past Victor Salva. You know? And, yeah. Yeah. That's just my thought. Take it away from him. Give it to someone who could do justice to this, like, franchise. Yeah. So 4 out of 10. Jeepers Creepers 3. Despite having a good cover and some decent creature effects, it's really. It feels like a sci fi movie. Take that for what you will. Yeah, so that's it for now. See you next time.